Okay, this video is going to be a quick introduction to our hidden, our recessed switch that we have on the 104 model and on other models. The recessed switch is a push button switch that has an LED illuminator that the LED illuminator comes on when the switch is turned on. So this is a variable speed for the lights. This one has set speeds for the motors. Now we've had some questions from customers on the maintenance for these and some other things, so we wanted to go over the parts that are in each of these, how to diagnose common problems, common issues, and fix them yourself. The light switch, you won't see any illumination now. It illuminates gradually as the lights come on. So you have fully dimmable lights. The dimming mechanism behind this is different than the motor switch. The motor switch comes on, it will have 4 clicks for the 4 speeds for the motor. Now to remove these, you can pull down and these come out. And this will give you your push button and your retraction placement and position. So if there's a problem, the first thing to check is that you can push those down. To reinstall them, you simply make sure that the flat spot right here lines up with the flat spot that is inside of your hole. So you can see inside the hole that once the knob has been removed, you have an LED light ring. This is the light ring that provides the illumination for the light when it's installed. Once we install it, the light illuminates down through the plastic around the knob. Okay, so we have the flat spot right here. We know where the flat spot is up inside of here. So if I twist it just a little bit so I make sure that it lines up on the flat spot, then I push it in, it comes down, and now we're good. So here we have the LED light ring, the housing, and this is the retaining knob that it sits behind, up in behind the stainless, so that this screws down like a collar to tighten up the housing. Then this is the wiring connector for the LED lights. This goes in here. Okay, now one thing you need to remember when you're doing this is this must be installed in the hood before you try to attach this. If you try and pull it out and attach this first, the retaining collar won't fit. You can see this will not fit past the switch behind the knob housing. So you have to install the switch first, or the knob housing first, bring the collar down, and then tighten up these 2 screws behind it. One of the common problems for a little bit of play in the switch, once you have it, is that this collar needs to be tightened down up behind the stainless to allow it. Now make sure the power's off. I just figured that out. If you make sure that this is tight, then as you use it, it's very firm. It stays very rigid. So this is a 4-speed switch or a 6-speed switch. It's different from the light dimmer. So it's what's behind, take this off. It's what sits in behind the switch. So if that fixes your problem, then great. If not, and if you need to tighten these screws right here, we'll show you how to do that. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to get the LED light ring out of the housing. The LED light ring is held into the housing by some clips, some plastic clips that fit into these slots on the side of the housing. So put it in here, and it's difficult, but it sits in firm, and generally we don't have any problems. So now you can see where these fit. So the question is, how can we get these to come down so that you can pull them out? There's 2 ways. You can slide something in from the front that slides past the LED light ring, and depresses the clips, or if you're creative and the power's off, you get to these from the side. I just used a Phillips screwdriver because we're here, but you'd use a flathead screwdriver, put it in, and then push it up. And then once you've unclipped it, you can reach in there and you can pull it out. Now don't worry about these. If you have a problem with one of these, we can send you a new one at no charge. Okay, so one trick to remember is that as you look at this from the bottom, you're going to see that the outer perimeter stops. Your tabs that hold the LED light ring in are 90 degrees from that stop. So if you're only looking at this from the front, the thing that we've used that works the best is metal banding. The same metal banding that they band a bunk of lumber with. You bend it, you slide it in, you pound it in on the sides, it depresses the plastic, and then you pull this out with a pair of pliers. Again, don't worry about ruining the ring. If you have this problem, we have so few of these that if you ruin the ring, we'll replace it, no charge. It's easy. So once you remove the ring, you may see two screws. I've used the two different types of screws we've used in the past. You might see two screws and it might be loose, kind of like this. So if that is, then all you need to do is reach up there and tighten these up and get them as tight as you can, just hand tight, solid hand tight. And if you need a new LED ring, do not put the other one in. When the LED ring comes out, you'll have enough wire that will come out of here, and you'll have an attachment point right here. So don't put the other one in. Check it, make sure it works. If it works, you're fine. If not, give us a call and we'll send you a new LED ring. So once you do that, you line up the LED ring. This would be up inside. You can see where the holes are for the slots. You put those in the same spot. You push it in, you set it in, and a lot of times, even if you don't get it in exactly the same spot and they don't clip, it still works. Then line up the knob, put it in, comes down, works fine. Now the knob is solid again behind the housing. Now you do have to, just one caveat here, you have, because of the way that this goes together, you have to have this installed first. It has to be done up in this position. And we're working on changing the engineering there to make it a little bit easier, but we would still have the wiring and the screws. So we're looking at the way that the LED ring works and fits in. As always, if you have any questions, or if you need any help or technical advice, we're a phone call away. Give us a phone call, and we'd love to help. Thank you.